All right. We starting early today? Because my daughter is sleepy. So if we get some more people, we'll talk politics. Or else, I guess I can try to do something. Nah, I know that I won't be able to, but hey, I'll yap to the wind. Who cares? I'm getting there. I'm getting there with this project. Like the things to do are getting smaller and smaller. Right now, the issue that we have is more structural. So essentially, if I were to TLDR my design, I don't know, do I want to use like fancy colors or do I go like black? Maybe green. I don't know. Yellow pops off a little bit. I like it. All right. So right now, the way that my program kind of works is that you have multiple stages that are not really stages. So you have multiple parts of the program. My mind is the only thing with more structural issues than your code. I don't know. Sometimes my code feels pretty fucking dumb. And you're pretty smart at times, so I'll give it to you. Hi Sam, how's it going? How's it going? So I'm just going to yap to myself in order to make sure I'm not a retard. So, okay. We have the... Happy to hear it. We have like multiple sections of code. So the first one is the we could say the pre-processor. But there's a lot of things that are called pre-processor in life. But here is the pre-processor for like the tokens. Because here I'm talking about the fucking giga array of tokens that we have. So here we have like 3 stages. We have the pre-processor, we have the stack, and we have the processor. I need to get better with this. I don't know why it doesn't do the same thing as the other thing. Anyway, feels weird. So the issue that I have is that I came up with these division after having written 99% of the code. So right now I'm kind of going down like deep into the fucking steps of hell in order to enforce these things so that they work. And now I'm seeing that there's kind of retarded things that I've done that I should have... Can I do this? Oh, I guess I can. That I should have done before. So the 3 steps are good, but what I should have done also is instead of just having tokens whenever I process things, especially at the stack area, I should split it into like different kind of things. So a token, there's different token kind. Token kind. You have like a comment. You have punctuations. You have word, which are essentially the C word. And you have identifier, which is the custom words that you use. And there are literals. So literals are there to store numbers. So right now, all of these are essentially just thrown to the pipeline and all handled on the same frame. Where what it should be is I should have different pipeline for each. So each time that I execute a comment, I should not like throw it through my system, but throw it through a specific pathway that tells us, hey, the thing that you're working with right now, let's say a struct, and there's a comment inside of a struct, it handles comments and it handles them like this. Instead of just throwing it inside of the fucking struct and then hoping to filter it correctly. So yeah, I've got that I need to take care of. Stan, hi Stan. Hi Nigma. I'm not agree. Show you my code. Jero! Nah, Taurus code is definitely worst. God, I wish you could base code image here. We really need like our own custom chat. That would be cool. I think when I'll have a couple of time, I'll make our own chat, or we can do funny shit with it. Nah, source code. Greetings. By the way, Maple Circuit Live. Did you know that C++ has 4 different types of cast? No, I have no idea. I don't know much about cast. I know what casting is, but I mean, I know. So, yeah, I'm not there, my friend. I'm not there. Chat and go. It's a service, free. Okay, I should look into it. How has it been going? I have not had fun for the past 2 days, and it feels like I'm using my sanity. It happens sometime, it happens. Such is life. Podcast, Armcast, cast line, and cast of a show. Yeah, right now it feels like I'm a fucking podcast guy, okay? It feels like that. Can I have... Oh my god, it's just that my fucking scroll wheel is fucked. Oh my lord. Could I set it to... Yeah, the scroll wheel is broken on my mouse. And it's like a mouse that has 10 years on it. How old is this shit? Let's watch. Don't tell me that it's not even written. What am I expecting? That it's a fucking fruit? Okay. Interceptor DS100. When was this shit created? Okay. Gallery. Oh my. Oh my, the old box. God damn. They used to sell so well. 2014. Woo! 12 years. Casting is basically turning one type into another into float, so 3. Okay, yes, that I knew. And C++ has 4 types of casting. It's fucking wild. For example, you can make const variable, non-const. What? I don't understand. Do you want to play a quick guessing game? Go ahead, my friend. I'm enjoying my SteelSeries mouse. Configure it via Rival CFG. Don't know anything about that. I'm a pretty simple guy when it comes to these things. Like I have my my shitty keyboard that I got because someone broke it. Where's the C standard library identification sources from? Where's this? A compile. I'm not even sure if I understand the question. God damn. Where's the C standard library identification source from? Normally, Xenon. Wait. I'm not sure if I'm understanding what you're saying. The C standard library is... Maybe I'm just not understanding sources and identification. My understanding is that the compiler, like, fuck. Let's try to drag this. Oh, I guess I'll do that. My understanding is that when you want to use the C standard library... Wait, I might be retarded. Well, technically your headers come from your OS, but your OS takes them from the compiler. I'm confused about your question. Linux, which come? Oh, I have no clue, my friend. I would guess the compiler. But I have no fucking clue. Static cast, dynamic cast, const cast, and reinterpret cast. That sounds like a just fucking try. Yes, my answer, like, that's my understanding. Like the, well, wait. He's talking about something different here. The C standard library is not the same thing as glibc. No? Am I retarded? Because isn't... Wait. There is a standard defined by ISO. Fuck, I feel like I'm fucking giga retarded. Ah! Okay, the kernel... There's a reason. When you compile your compiler, you need the kernel headers. That's because the headers contain... contain the system calls that handles a lot of things. Lizard. You know what? I feel like I'm going to melt my mind trying to understand this. Maybe it's not a good idea. Let me introduce you to pineapple. Churro! Baba-based. Anyway, can I get my fucking thing to go well? Pen sound. God damn. What? I need to go for a smoke. Fucking hell. Draw it. Wait, can I do this? No, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to be able to move things. And then we'll get to interesting shit, I guess. Wait, what the fuck? Set. Yes, but can I... How retarded is this? Okay. Oh wait, what the fuck did I just do? Hello everyone, I will be AFK here. Happy to see you, Cardian. Thank you for coming in. I'm trying to not become insane right now. So... Well, can I fucking use this, or is this a fucking meme? Oh, so I guess I have to use this shit now. Laser, what the fuck are we talking about? Oh, nice. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, good. Cool. Cool, I won't get what I want. I get it. I get it. Alright. Guess I'll use the keyboard. Oh, okay. Hi, every pony. What you get for every nyan. Okay. Okay, what the fuck? Anyway, I take that your... Anyways, I take that your day is sunshine. Actually, it's going fucking awesome, besides the fact that my brain is mush. God damn, we got some kick-ass news in the country. How's it going, Mitri? How's it going, brother? What are you doing? What are you doing, dude? Oh, okay. Nice one, Sam. Nice one. How are you? Doing okay? Well, no, I'm doing fucking great. I'm just slushy brain, okay? I don't have a brain. I hope you're doing well. How you doing? How you doing? I fucking know, and I'm not going to be able to... I'm never able to write shit now. That's kind of bad. I'm always too sleepy, so I always end up talking mad shit instead. But no, I'm making some pretty good progress here. Like, I've cleaned up a big-ass thing that we had here, if I go, like, 1 day ago. Like, this fucking war crime was removed. So that feels fucking awesome. Talking about casting, I essentially casted type over one another. Maple, did you see the mascot ID on your DM? Don't dox yourself. True. Should probably remove my address. Just because I feel like I'm going to fucking dox myself somehow. Let's do that. I have an idea for your mascot, a red beaver that wears your black sweatshirt. The two big teeth are perfect for... actually... True. How well do you know POSIX? Shh. I guess you're talking to Enigma. Because I don't fucking know shit about POSIX SH. That's awesome. Now it's brighter because of yours. Okay. This question is for me? I don't know jack shit about it. Isn't it? Wait, are we talking about the same thing? Is that like a project is like not a kernel project, but it's fucking hell. My brain is shit. Holy fuck. Isn't it like here? That the source is? I won't be able to find it. Or are you talking about something else? Like, I'm thinking about the shittiest version of SH that exists on Earth. Yeah. But you're talking about, like, not a POSIX standard, but like an actual program, right? I'm retarded. Why do I not just do that? Or I'm dumb as fuck. I'm not talking to you, Enigma. He's talking... Dimitri's talking about something. Am I retarded? No. Dimitri's talking about something because right now he's sorry, I didn't want to be rude. But right now he is doing Linux from scratch, well, beyond Linux from scratch, and he's like probably 5 inch from killing himself, but because he's a little bit masochist, he actually fucking loves it. I'm a masochist too, okay? I get it. I get it. I feel so retarded. You're bringing me back to a time. Anyway, brain. You want to try my system? Maybe you'll like it. Kill me, bro. No. I achieved so little in my life. I need to, like, not. Well, it's alone because now it's awesome because now I'm not alone now. True. I hope. You know what? Whenever I'll bring Linux from nothing, from the depth of hell, I'll call you. Okay. I'll need your help. Like when when choosing a fucking shell, you don't know how fucking hard it was to find a shell that would just fucking work. Especially because the way that I'm doing Linux from nothing is essentially having the worst compiler for the job and trying to still compile shit that works. Anyway. I don't remember anything from that. I shouldn't even try. I just remember that there's a shell in here. It's like garbage. Oh, it's Dash that I'm thinking about. God damn, I should have done that at the start. Dash is live aids. Anyway. Installation is not build. What do we mean by that? I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself if I waste my time on that. You'll only spend half a day on build. Okay. I'm good. I'm good, brother. Why is my voice fucked? Fuck fucking translator. What? What translator? Are you translating what you write to me? What the fuck? If that's the case, that's insane. I didn't know. Only half a day. Oh. Oh, you meant corrector. Translator is bad, it's sad. Do you mean the correction, or you, like, write in Ukrainian to speak to me? Because if so, I just learned it. We humans really cannot just, let's try A and reply okay. Well, I don't know, it depends if he really means translator. What you do to it. Oh. Fucking hell. Fuck. My lord! What is going on? We gotta have 50 different ways for FD. What the fuck are you talking, Nigma? Oh, you're talking about NCOSA and the different ways that different OS and compilers go about handling FD. Okay, got it. Got it. My brain fucking... We're talking about shells. Kill me, bro. Fuck that. I thought I understand. I understood. I write complex sentences through a translator. God damn. Didn't know, my friend. And I write a lot myself. Okay. That's fair. I'm not removing anything, it's just that I was quite surprised. True, I do that with my car because it's not dead yet. I pat it on the head and tell it, good boy. While it's fucking... While the transmission is... it's there, okay, it's there. I can feel it. I can feel it. The brakes are going to die, okay? Everything is going to die. I don't even have the manual brake. It's gone, okay? The end brake. There's probably no fucking string attached. I'm gonna die. Okay, and it reminded me about the other... Yeah, that's the, like, classic Linux issue, where because we don't adhere to a fucking standard, we're doing all the retarded shit. So, do you want to try my system? No. I'm already up the ass with this shit. And it's actually, we're getting there. Like, let's be honest, okay? We're doing it. We're doing it. This is the complete parsing of the most complex file in existence. sked.h. And we're getting there, okay? I have like two main issues. A, I have still not gone around and fixed this. And B, the fact that we have the issue with if-defs that fucking fell everywhere. But hey, after I fix that, we're good. Like, my favorite task struck. Let's actually give it a fucking chance. We go. Bro, don't fuck with me. Like, task struck is pretty darn good. If it wasn't for the if-defs, I would be there. Okay, I would be there. Bye, I'm going to sleep. Okay, have a good sleep, brother. It's sad. XDDD. Don't cry. Oh shit. Hi, Dmitry. Okay. We doing it hard. We doing it fast. We good. True. What the Sigma? Yes, Andrew. Andrew managed to... Andrew managed to put a message through. Alright. Love you too. Oh, you too? Alright. Love you, brother. Bye, Stan. Bye, Dmitry. Nigma never sleeps. Okay, Nigma is in the corner of his room. He's T-posing our ass. But hey. I don't know. If today we don't have our dear co-streamer, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do without MBE? I'm gonna die. I'm sure he's going well. Alright. What the Sigma to play the football? What the fuck are we talking about? I don't know. Like, we're living in a good world right now. I get some good fucking... Why? Am I base boosted right now? Am I really base boosted? I'm not. Brain. Vine boom, vine boom, vine boom, vine boom. Okay. We're talking about nothing and everything, and that's beautiful. It's not. I'm bad at it. I made the additional channel that I was talking about. But there is an issue. First of all, the name didn't fucking work, so I had to, like, make shit up. And second, you actually have a limit of 2 channels that you can create per year with 1 phone number. So I cannot authenticate. This one is not validated, alright? So, yeah, we got the clip channel. So that's done. I guess next time that I'll have a fucking brain, I'll do more. And we're gonna make a pathway to clip. You can borrow my number, I guess. I don't know if that's a good idea. Can you? That's a... I don't know. I don't know. Let's try. By try, I mean I'll try on my side to see if today it works, just because I deleted one of my unused channel. And I guess we'll see. Would it fuck something? That's a big question. Am I streaming the wrong thing right now? I'm not. Okay, cool. That's important. Alright. No, it says I'm fucked. Okay. Well, if you don't want to create new YouTube channels, I would take it, Sam. Just sling your number, I guess. Not showing it to stream, don't worry. Wake up on a Friday, program for 24 hours, read documentation 12 hours. Yeah, I'll try. So if you send it, we'll see if it works, even if it's a US one. That would be cool from you. Would be cool, brother. And I'll text you in the night. No, I'm joking. I won't text you, okay? Only Discord. Why would I want to send anything but fucking pictures and videos? And also answer with, like, the dumbest little likes. Oh, you even made the little thingy. That's so cute. Alright. Let's not fuck this up. Give me a second. Yep. Saw it. Just... You can just send the code that you get in chat. Should be a 6-digit number. It looks like it worked. Okay. Thank you for your service. Okay, delete your phone number from Discord though. I don't want to fuck it up. But I'll share afterward the result, so that you can gleefully look. Look at the all enabled. It's all enabled now. Thank you. All thanks to you. You helped, dear leader. Big thank you, brother. Probably saved me a couple of dollars. Big thank you. So we're going to make some fucking clips, okay? That's the next step. But I need to have a brain for that, so I guess I'll have to sleep more than usual. You're so well-mannered and polite. Sam has always been a gentleman. A Twinkie one, but still one. We gotta put it there, okay? Well, if you break the law, the cops comes to my house. Don't worry. Don't worry, okay? Will... What's the term for, like, getting you out to another country? Not expedite, extradite. Yes, extradite. We'll extradite your ass. I think I'm too chubby to be a twink. That's where I do the prison thing, right? Where you have the big fucking guy that's like, you'll be my twink. A very silly yet still truthful gentleman indeed. Yup. I'm 6 foot. That's tall, my friend. Like, I know that you might not feel tall. Because I'm 6'1". I am taller than you, Lon. Than me, I'm 6 or 6'1". I'm around that. Pretty fucking tall, brother. But you still never feel tall, right? Because when you... Same height. Yeah, around the same height. It's just that I don't know. I had a lot of people, like, take my measurement. But I feel like those people would be the type of people that would, like, put it too high. So that's why I say 6'1", because I'm not sure if I can trust them for the extra 1 inch. Sometimes he jokes about mustard gas, sometimes not. It's that simple. Alright. You know what? Let's fucking do dumb shits, okay? Let's do dumb shits, I guess. Metal pipe, here nuke. That's exactly what I needed today. Oh. Thank you. Why is it that funny? Oh yes, the speech of my people. True. Alright. No, you're talking about mustard gas. I have more in you. Maybe not, maybe not. You're talking about mustard gas, but like the big news of today. MB's not here, so I guess I will celebrate with you guys. You fucking... I'm meaning. The title is actually code for something, okay? GG in Canada means Governor General. Oh, wow! Don't catch up, brother. Well, I guess catch up. Alright, we're gonna talk about that. Maple check DM. Is it an ear rape? Okay, live then. Yeah. Fuck whatever the fuck is before. Just come. Okay. Plus 600 decibel. You are missing the last... It's okay. We don't need anything. Okay? You don't need you don't need to catch up. Who gives a fuck? I'm just fucking vibing. Just... Okay. Just be there now. At the present. Okay, we'll be sure. Not my... I do issue that time. True. Catch up. Fries. Okay, now we are all on the same timeline, I guess. We're all there. Good. I'll be able to yap. Have you seen the fucking news, bro? MB, have you seen the news? Because it's fucking great. It's actually way better than I thought. God damn. Louise Arbour. Louise Arbour. What the fuck? A great one. Okay, so for you, she is the one. I'll yap today, okay, about this, but goddamn, Sam, because I know that you're the only one that has the mind for this. Bro, what the fuck have you just sent? If it's an ear rape, I'll gladly take it. I think that would be a little bit copyright, so I won't do it, but anyway. Okay, so the Governor General is the tippy top of our state, okay? So our government, you have the crown. Let's do that Let's zoom in. Zoom in, bitch. Okay. You have the crown, which is the king. And the king is represented by the governor general. Nightmares, copyright strikes. Lol. Okay, so what? No context on who this is. Okay, what the fuck? Anyway, Sam is spamming me shit right now. Anyway, so the governor general is the tippy top of our government, and they are the person that are supposed to press the fascism switch whenever shit goes down. They hold all the executive power. So if you look at the US, the US has a president. The president holds all of the executive power. The king in our system holds that power and delegates it to the governor general, which is technically the one taking care of everything. The king has technically doesn't have any power in reality. So those two together make the crown. So now we have changed governor general. And the governor general that they put in is literally a wet dream. Okay, that person, like they have only one problem. Only one. That's as shrimple as, okay? I'll use that, I guess. Shrimple as. Okay, fuck your spam. Fuck your spam, Sam. Sam is spamming some dumb shit. Okay. So, let's just think. What could be perfect for a governor general, for the highest person in our land? Let's think about it. Let's think about it. We need to cover all our bases. She needs to be able to speak French and English. She needs to have some kind of good mind. So how could we make sure that she has a good mind? Whew, I mean, if she was a judge, that would be based. What about a Supreme Court judge? How about that? Oh, that would be awesome, but that's impossible. What about a Supreme Court judge that just so happened to be the fucking main prosecution for the Rwanda genocide and Yugoslavia? Are you telling me that our Governor General is going to be the based person that put the people that did war crime and genocide in prison? And I'm presenting to you the most based Wikipedia ever existed. Was UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, a former Justice of the Supreme Court of Canada and the Court of Appeal of Ontario, and a former Chief Prosecutor for the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia and Rwanda. She was a special representative for the United Nations, well, a special representative for the UN for international migration, where she literally publicly said that people that are against migration are retarded. Like, look at this fucking pedigree. Like, United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. That's like a pretty big fucking office, bro. That's a big fucking place. That's like one of the big wing of the UN. Motherfucker, she was part of the Supreme Court. How? So she has one problem, okay? One big problem. And that is that she's old as fuck. She is old. But you know what? I'll stand for it. I'll be there for it. I'm okay. I'll live with it. And And she had time for 3 children. And the most base part, a divorce. Ah! What? Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I like her so much. I like her so much already. And let's, oh my god. Oh my god. Have you seen the when Mark Carney was there with her, essentially announcing the news that the king accepted that she would be the Governor General? Have you seen that press conference? She does not even have any controversy. Well, she does, but it's retarded ones. We can go into it. No, didn't see the press conference. Okay. The press conference is so good. Today was a slow day. Don't worry. I'll cue you the fuck in. So, they were slow for a moment. It's all good. It's all good. So, she was there. Aside Mark Carney, maybe I can get the if we go on YouTube, we'll find it like right away. Yeah, that's what I watch.
The Prime Minister Mark.
Right. So can we get an optics on that? Okay, like they come down this place, and then they're standing like both. They have both their podium.
The previous.
Okay, like this. Anyway, so he essentially reads off the Wikipedia. So essentially he just fucking reads that. And after that, am I on the wrong place? Okay, yeah, I am.
Before
Okay.
any
So he reads the fucking Wikipedia, and then they go into question period, we could say. Okay, so they have a little questioning thing, and there's a couple of questions that were like retarded, and I fucking loved how she answered. So I watched it in English, so they translated it, so I couldn't really well, I couldn't hear it in French for what they said, but essentially the question was, some people, okay. Would you consider yourself a monarchist? I don't know if that's the right word. Or somebody that wants to uphold the royals, pretty much. And I don't know what... It was in French. I don't fucking remember what the term is. What's in French? Anyway. Are you somebody pro-royals, pretty much? And instead of saying yes or no, because it's technically unanswerable, right? She's somebody that's from... that has Quebec origins. She cannot really be pro-monarchy because it's a little bit dumb, but also you're the representative of the monarchy. So instead, she said essentially, my job is to be the defender of the institutions of Canada and the Constitution. That was so good. God damn. I'm sorry, my delivery was so retarded. I should have played it anyway. But that was such a good answer. Like, through their little speech, you can glean that they have the same vision of the job of the Governor General as I have. Like, that's the best thing. Remove the king, keep the position of GG. A little bit, right? They have the same vision, that the idea of the Governor General is the... Why did I use this? Okay. The Governor General is the fuse that is there to make sure that the Prime Minister, who actually technically borrows the power, to make sure that this motherfucker does the right thing. This person is there for that. And that's so based. It's so good. So, yeah. And yes, we should remove the king. Like, I've thought about it a little bit yesterday, after the announcement. What we should do, like, we should have a Governor General, of course. Governor General, Prime Minister borrows the power like we do now. The only big difference is that right now, I don't like the way that the Prime Minister can essentially just say to the king, and just say, hey king, I want a new GG. And let's say that the Prime Minister was a big fascist and would inflict a lot of pain on the UK. I don't think the fucking king would, like, just not do anything and say, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, it's not going to happen. So he would buckle and our democracy would be fucked. But if the Prime Minister would have to go to another unelected body, like the Senate, that would be cool, right? So the Senate, if you want to replace the Governor General, you need the consent of the Governor General plus the Senate. Where right now, it's the King plus the Governor General, which is retarded. But yeah, that would be so cool. I would like to, we could abolish the, like, I'm okay with the king being a representative, right? But, like, the idea that he could technically, like, there's a reasonable view that a king could replace a governor general with a fascistic prime minister, and they would have the ammunition. It would be logical for them to do so. That's, like, bad. I don't want that. So, yeah. Make Trump your king, but protect your constitution, so he's always powerless. Ultimate way to mess with him. Sadly, like, you know what? That's probably a good thing that we can talk about for 5 seconds. That's one of the biggest thing that I think that is a fuck up from the US, is that the US has a dumb belief, like this beyond retarded belief, that the Constitution is like a thing that people will just follow and that they will be forced to follow it. Like, that's beyond stupid. Like, the idea that the fucking president will just follow the Constitution because Constitution, and there's nobody over him that's there to be like, hey, motherfucker, I can tell you no, right? It's retarded. And what's fun with the Governor General is the Governor General can never really make anything fascistic themselves, right? How idiotic would it be for somebody that's unelected to come out and say, I'm doing all of these big-ass change while the people voted for the Prime Minister? You cannot do that unless you have, like, an actual actionable thing against the Prime Minister. So you need a reason. So giving all the power to that unelected person makes sense, because that person cannot really do fascism while this person pretty fucking can. Anyway. That's what the judge... No. That's not true. That's not true, Sam. That's not the job of the judicial. The job of the judicial is to know what's true or not true. It's their only job. It's to know how to read the law and know which law is true. Their job is not to enforce, right? Not to enforce. So that's why the president, having all the power, the president being the chief executive, is retarded. Why did I do that? I wanted to do that. Because how... Okay, let's say that a judge, let's say that the Supreme Court judge, okay, that's how I write it now, Supreme Court judge, they all come together and they tell the president to fuck off. What if the president just says no? Ah, you're fucked. The only reason why the US is not right now, like, deep in fascism is because Trump is too retarded for fascism. If Hitler was reborn into Trump, you would be fucked. You would be gone. And this is why a governor general could be here and tell the president to shut the fuck up and to listen to the Supreme Court, or you're going to jail, you little bitch. That would be cool. Anyway, I'm dreaming right now. But we still need, like, change to our constitution. And we are one step closer to this with the new Governor General. Legislation is supposed to impeach, but that won't happen. Impeachment is one thing, right? Okay. The issue with the US system is it assumes good actor. Like, there's all the parts of the US system seems to be built for good actors. Like, we need the Senate and we need the Chamber of Representative, I don't fucking know the name. Anyway, the Congress. We need them to be good people and to vote correctly and to protect their power against the president. And the president should always enforce the law, even when the justice tells them no. So what if the justice is made of fucking crooks and the president is a crook? What are you gonna do? Nothing. You're fucked. Because that system is shit. There's no oversight. There's nobody that is unelected that is there to tell these fucker to fuck off, but that has no power in and of themselves without having a cause, which is retarded. AIPAC owns the legislative... Bro, please do not say that. If you believe that, I have to talk. AIPAC owns the legislative branch. We need to talk, Sam. We need to talk. What the fuck do you think AIPAC does? What do you think they do? Do you think that AIPAC goes to a Democrat or goes to a Republican and tells them, you need to vote a certain way, or you need to do X or else I won't give you money? Because if you think that, oh boy, I'll give you a news. It doesn't work like that. Lobbyists in the US, they don't come up to someone, some fucking representative, and they tell him, you either vote for this and say yes and get the money, or if you say no, you get no money. That's not how it works. The way that it works is they go to the representative and they ask them, well, they tell them, hey, we gave you money. Want to come for a talk? Right? And the talk is going to be a room with, if we take AIPAC, it's going to be 50 Jews that really fucking love Israel. And they're all going to say, you know that we voted for you, right? And we really like you. And Israel is like our greatest ally. You know that they defend us in the Middle East. And they're always going to be there to stabilize all the countries around and to make sure that they're our greatest ally. You know what? You know that, right? Can we talk again in like a year? And like, we really like Israel, bro. We really like Israel. Like Israel gone. So they do that. And I've seen something from the corner of my eyes. Goddamn, you're triggering me. Okay. And that's called lobbying. Okay. Same thing with the oil company. The goal of lobbying is not saying a yes or no on a specific thing, right? The goal, let me finish and I'll change your mind, my friend. I'm open to Discord and talk, okay? The goal is not to change the yes or no or to force a yes or no. The goal is to give them your talking point. Because the issue Like, lobbying is good, actually, okay? Lobbying is good. Let's think about it from another point of view now. Let's say that you are a gamer. Or no. Fucking I hate all of those things. Let's say that you are a gamer, okay? And there is a new law that would ban your favorite video game. And that law was written in a little bit of a retarded way. Like a little bit of a retarded way, right? So the law, instead of banning only gambling games, it also banned CSGO. Like the entirety of CSGO. But if they were to write the law a little bit differently, it would not ban CSGO. Okay? It would not ban it. So if they were to write it and tell the CSGO people to not have crates, right? To not have fucking skins and shit, it would keep CSGO, but also ban the bad things. So everybody would win. So what you do, because you really love CSGO, is that you go and you form a super PAC or some kind of big organization that has sway and that a lot of people give money to, and you donate money to different campaigns and you make publicities for different campaigns in order to have audience with the little representative. And the little representative, when you go to them, you say to them, look, we really love CSGO. We really love CSGO. Here, we're not actually telling you to vote one way or another. We're not even forcing anything. We don't have the power. We know that you're a good person. You're an honest person. What we're saying is that there might be a little mistake in the law. And the little mistake is that part here. That if you added that specific line of text within the law, well, it would fix fucking everything, make our life better, make your life better, and everybody would hail you as a champion. And then that representative, of their own volition, makes the choice. Was that convincing? Was that convincing? That's the question that the representative need to ask. Now, my friend, for all of that process, you can say that it's bad that there's money in that process. You can say all of those things, and you can nibble at the edges. Should we have PACs? Should we have super PACs? I'm talking for the US here. That doesn't exist in Canada, okay? Should we have PACs? Is it a K or a C? I don't fucking know. Should we have PACs? Should we have super PACs? Should we get money out of politics or whatever? That's a question that you can ask yourself. But this, okay, this whole thing, you need to recognize that it's not bad. It's called having some judgment. If your representative is so fucking retarded that being sat in front of people that believe something and that person is so retarded that it's not able to say, oh shit, maybe the guy that comes from Russia and is saying that he wants to genocide all the Ukrainians, maybe that person is not, maybe I shouldn't actually follow through with what he's saying, right? Maybe I should just take his money and shut the fuck up. Maybe I should just do that. And you know what? Most of the time, it's what happened. That's why do you think AIPAC gives money to everyone? Both sides. Democrats, Republican, everyone. They give money to everyone because what matters is not the money given. What matters is the audience. What matters is they can give the points. And if someone has the points, if someone has the talking points, there's so much more chance that if the population wants something, that they're going to understand it and they're going to be able to get there. They're going to be able to do it. AIPAC is not going to be able, if everybody in the US is like, we want to gas the Jews and nuke Israel, they're not going to be able to fix that, no matter how much money AIPAC puts in the fucking races. Okay, let's go and read. That's the thing, though they own their minds. You said that before my whole explanation. I'll assume that you change your mind now. It's manipulation. It's gross. I'll assume that you reconsider. No discrimination. Ban all games. True. Just ban all family board games. True. We don't... I don't know if we need that. You also increase child depression by 200% because they cannot make friends. Okay. How do we enforce quality lobbying? The true fear is that I think that people blame the wrong part. So, as long as the rules around money and politics and lobbying and all that are enforced correctly and across the board, I don't see any issue, right? I don't fucking care. The issue here is the quality of the representative. And I think that sadly, the quality of the representative in the US is representative of the quality of Americans that exist right now. Americans are just retarded, so they get retarded representative, and that's why you end up with doing dumb fuck decision, right? If you have someone that votes in a, like, the best example, I'm sure you know the guy, Sam, Fetterman, right? Fetterman, let's put it on screen. How does he fucking write his name? Like, this retard? Like, this guy is beyond retarded. He's a Democrat in name only. He backs the Republican. He was like a left-wing candidate that ended up being a fucking retard. This guy is the embodiment of me saying that he is the example of the electorate. When you're retarded enough to elect this guy, I don't even know if you deserve the right to vote. That's all. Okay. You know what, MV? I actually, when I talk to some people close to me that have been with me since I'm a child, I tell them that if we took, instead of playing Minecraft, if we fucking took this time and actually read or actually worked on something, we would be trillionaires. We wasted so much time, god damn. Like, I won't steal the childhood of my daughter, that's for sure, but she's going to be a little bit brighter than I was, okay? Yeah. But, like, there's still a... Like, too much can be too much, okay? I was 24/7 on my computer, so... my message were fully... Okay... Yeah, I'm not... Don't worry, Nigma. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Sam. I am listening to you while having fun with Nigma. Good. You have convinced me that the issue is that Americans have become focused on cultural war rather than actual issues. Yes. Go further than that in your thinking, Sam. Go further than that. Because that's like... one thing. But, like, think about it. Think about is the Congress, is the Senate, are they really dysfunctional? Or are they just a representation of how divided Americans are? Do people actually want, like, kitchen table issues? Do they want those things to be solved? Or maybe they're just so fucking privileged that they cannot even see the difference between a kitchen table issue and a culture war issue. That's the issue. And that's why, my friend, you must hate the middle class. Fuck the middle class. The pathway to fascism is laid by the middle class. Oh, damn. Okay. I was too, but I was mostly programming. Yeah, that's probably a little bit more useful. Like, you were probably the other extreme, so I get that you will probably have a mirror vision of that. Well, in my opinion, I'm supposed to learn from my car, read a book. No, being forced is retarded, right? The point that I'm doing when I'm saying, like, I should have done something, something other than Minecraft, is that I had passions in a whole bunch of things, but I didn't invest in them. Like, I could have. The truth is that I could have if I was medicated, but I was not. So I was just seeking dopamine, and that's not a good life. Americans all focus on what they fear rather than what they want. I don't know. I think that right now America's is a good example of what a lot of Americans want, right? A lot of Americans actually wanted mass deportation. A lot of Americans actually wanted to destroy the world because they were told by all of these people that, hey, the reason why you're having issues as at your job, the reason why your life is rough, which, by the by, I'll give you a little gift, okay? Your life is going to be rough. Life for everyone is rough. Being alive is rough. That's being alive, right? I might be winning from politics, from where I'm at in my life right now, doesn't mean that it's not rough. And it's going to be rough until the day I die, probably. So, hey, people are not able to recognize that, right? People, they want to lash out, they want to blame things, they don't want to hear that it's just how life is, and maybe you're actually doing good. That's like the worst thing that you can tell them. Like, that's why, well, just maybe give you another vision of this. In Canada, Mark Carney, he goes out often and he will say, look, we know things are tough. We know shit is tough, right? We know it's hard for you. And this is why we're going to do this to help you. And look, when I talk to MB about this, I essentially discard all the bullshit about things are rough. And I also go right ahead and essentially in most fiscal policy, we'll talk about like what it's actually supposed to do. Because most of the time, it's not actually there to help anyone. It's just there to optimize some metric inside of the economy in order to make things more optimized and technically help the whole economy. But anyway, like, people are retarded, and you need to speak to their retardation, and accepting the fact that people are retarded is the best way to feel better about how things goes. Ban kitchen tables, we don't need them, just eat in the living room in front of the TV. True, I wasn't either, but I got my dopamine from programming. Yeah, that's like what I should have been doing. But I guess, like, we're talking about different times, right? So, there's that too. The gov is... like, there's a feedback there too, right? The government is a representative... The government is a mirror of the people, and the media is a mirror to the people. Yes, there is some, like, push and pull there. There are, like... The media can drag people some way, and politicians can drag people some way. But at the end of the day, like, unless you speak about bigger than that, by that I mean, unless you start speaking about how algorithms are made, you're not actually changing anything meaningful. Oh, I have something political you could search talk about. I eat lies of the TV newsroom. I eat the lies of the TV newsroom too. The Gov is only as smart as its people. Yeah, I would say that this is the biggest problem with the US system, is it doesn't optimize for retarded people. And I would say that this is where Canada fucking shines. We optimized for the populace being retarded. It's insane. News channel, BBC, Big Black Cock is trying to convey laws for basically downgrading media and making bigger monopoly for themselves in Europe at least. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Like, maybe, like, it could be true, but... Fuck, I'll talk more about it, just give me half a second. That makes it so clear the Gov is only as smart as its people. The US Gov works perfectly. Yes, I would say that the US government right now is working perfectly. There is no defect in it. But, like, just... like, the people are shitty, right? But that doesn't mean that the US system couldn't be improved, right? One way that Canada does it very fucking well is by actually... Okay, fuck. Fuck Fetterman. Go away. Okay. In the US, your democracy is essentially direct, meaning that your Senate and your is it am I retarded when I say Congress? Like, it's one side of the bicameral, it's the lower body. Oh, it's the House of Representative. Okay, I'm a retard. Okay, House of Representative. The House. I don't know why my brain fucking loops. The House and the Pres. Okay. Why did I do that? Resident. Okay. So, both of... Fuck. All three of them, they are directly elected by the people. So the people vote for the Senate, the people vote for the House, the people vote for the President. Now, you can argue about how the votes are apportioned and all of that bullshit. But here, let's take a look about how it works in Canada. So in Canada, we essentially have all the same things, but the big difference is we elect our Prime Minister. Well, we don't technically vote directly for him. And we elect our Commons. So that's our representative. But, spoiler. We have a firewall. What? Yes. So the Prime Minister doesn't actually have any power in and of itself. So if you look at our Constitution, the Prime Minister is named once and he doesn't have any power. The person that has power and that gives him the power is the Governor General. So to do anything, you have those two people that needs to agree. This person comes from the prior government. The prior government probably worked because if it didn't, you wouldn't have a country anymore. Now, oh, you're going away? Okay, bye-bye, Enigma. Love you. Now, the Commons, we also have a Senate. The Senate is unelected. So, they're not elected. So the Prime Minister and the Governor General, they agree on who they put in there, and they have a set number of people that they can put in there. So this Senate is essentially a big body of all the previous government that came. So all the previous government, they all put their shit into a big ass array in there, and we have an average. So this Senate will lean on good governance, because if it didn't, you wouldn't have a country anymore. So these two people are the firewall. The firewall? Wait, okay. That you don't have here. Here it's direct. Here you vote, and you got some retard that can do whatever the fuck wants. And here, you vote. Let's say that tomorrow we have Pierre Poilievre, which is a conservative. He's a retard, but hey. Let's say that he comes in, and he says, actually, I want mass deportation. Well, maybe, if it was actually like a pledge that he did during the election, the Governor General will go ahead with this. But whenever the judiciary, whenever the judge, the Supreme Court, comes in and says, hey, bitch, that's retarded. Don't do that. The Prime Minister doesn't have any say in that matter. He doesn't get to say yes or no. The Governor General is like, oh, okay, these buddy, they spoke. you get to stop. Shut the fuck up. We're stopping this. No, we're not doing it. And then, problem solved. Same thing is true for the Senate. They vote in the Fascism Order 66. The Senate will look at it and they will say, this shit is giga unconstitutional. No. No. Why? And it would never happen. Problem solved. So, like, that's cool. That's based. Because even if the people are somewhat retarded, good governance can be pushed through times. You have, so you have inertia. Yes, kinda, right? We can conserve that inertia. If you see it like that, that's a good way to see it. I like that. God damn, I like that. That's another way to see it. Yes. Our inertia is not only conserved by... God damn, it's so orange outside. Are we getting fucking nuked or what? I guess it's the sun, I hope. And like that, Sam has disconnected from the chat. I'm joking. Anyway. Trump invasion, true. Here comes the sun. Yeah, inertia is cool. Yeah, that's... Yeah. There's a lot of vacancy in the Senate at the moment. Really? Is that true? Well, that could be true because I don't think Carney has pushed anybody to the Senate. But Trudeau was an absolute stud. He was a master of the Senate. I would, like, if I could list like the best fucking policies that he did, what he did with the Senate is up there. Okay, there's 8 vacant seats. Okay. It's probably the Prairies seat that are vacant. Let's go take a look. Can we know? Quebec? Well, not for all of them, for sure. Okay. Manitoba? Oh, that's the wrong thing. 4 Quebec seat. Where do you see that? Oh, vacancies. If you have a link, I'll take it, but... Thank you. Yeah, but, well, fuck. I think that there's... I don't know how much... Oops, sorry. I don't know how much people know this, like in Quebec. But... Oh, we see... Oh, that's House of Commons, but there's probably... Well, it's Election Canada. That would not... That's House of Commons. Anyway. 9 vacant seat. Okay. Why do I... okay. All good. I sent weird shit. Not now. I wanted to do fast. It's alright. No issue. I'll double check. Fuck. Okay, the problem that I have is the prairies. Like, maybe that's I rented and registered, it was the wrong side. It's all good. Like Election Canada could have had the information. It's just that I saw House of Commons. That's what triggered me. But there's a problem in the prairies, right? That's the prairies for you. Okay. The problem is that they believe that the Senate should be abolished. And right now, it might be that Carney is... Like, there's a... We've already talked about the fact that Carney only takes things that makes him look good. And that right now he has not really fought any battle. That might be part of it. Because right now, some people in these places might be giga-coping about the idea that Carney will finally abolish the Senate. But I don't think he will. It would be so retarded for him to do that. Or to go forward for that. Click on the standing tab. Okay, cool. Oh, cool. Oh my god. Good. Goddamn. Good fucking job. Holy. Like that. Manitoba 1, New Brunswick 1. I'm surprised. But yes, like it may... Like it's dumb to say, but it may be controversial to staff the Senate right now. I fucking hate that people hate the Senate. It's so retarded. Like Trudeau made it such a good place. It's not even funny. My god. Like, what Trudeau did for the TLDR is that way back then, the caucus, so the groupings of people that works in the Senate and in the House, like the Liberals, so the political party Liberals that represented in the Senate and the House would work together and would be under the same group. And same thing for the Conservative, where they would do the same thing. But what Trudeau did is he had an opportunity to essentially build the Senate. So right now, I think it's like 3/4 of the fucking appointment to the Senate were done by Trudeau. So what he did is he appointed a fuck ton of people. He kicked them out of the Liberals. So he said, fuck you. Now you're independent. We're not talking to you. We're not working with you. We only need one guy to essentially take the bill from the House and get it to the Senate. And that's it. We're not... You're supposed to be there as a democratic safeguard. You're not supposed to be there as a fucking... like... liberal, let's say no to conservative. And the other side, same thing, right? We wouldn't want a conservative to do the same thing. Now, the conservative are a little bit retarded and they have not gone ahead with that. They're still part of their same big caucus. But, like, now, there's no liberal party in the Senate. That doesn't exist anymore. So that's like one of the best fucking thing that he could do. Because right now we have a real watchdog. We have a real, like, accountability Senate, which is what we need. The goal of the Senate is not to make magical fucking laws or, like, do a bunch of bullshit, partisan bullshit. It's there to check, is the law actually doing what it's supposed to do? Is it anti-constitutional? If it's yes to those two questions, just vote yes. In reality, the Senate doesn't even vote. The Senate, they mostly vote by looking at each other. I'm not joking, this is how they work. They are in the room and they say, this is the bill. Does anybody oppose? Does anybody want a vote? That's the better question. Does anybody want a vote? And if everybody shuts the fuck up for long enough, there's no vote and it just gets accepted. And that way, the Senate doesn't have to technically take accountability if the law is a little bit trash, but they can still pass it through, essentially saying, there's nothing like violating the Constitution in there, we're good to go. And the second thing that they can do also is to, yes, make some laws, but they often make like giga-technocratic laws. Yes, they sometimes propose new laws, yes. Their law is like, okay, we found that there's a loophole throughout tax code 16.0 and 16-1 where you could, theoretically, if you had $4 trillion... No, they may... Like, the laws that they make sense, but... It's definitely not partisan. And I love that structure. Like, that's so good. I think that the conservative need to follow. All games to improve the... True! No, unironically, we need to ban fuck that. You need to ban algorithmically driven feeds. That needs to end. The fact that you can be like a normal person, click like on a conservative post, and then be fed only conservative slop, that's too dangerous. This needs to go. Kill the feed. Yes, kill it. Did I even talk about echo chambers are dangerous? Yes, and right now they are fucking AI driven, so it's so cancer. I don't know if I talked about the message that you sent me, MB. Did I even address them? Sorry, sometime my brain is fucking mush, like on Discord. And the feed is the creator of echo chamber. Yes. And making it so, like, if Sam is still here, this is such a... Like, I feel like Sam is going to feel like Grok called itself Mecha Hitler. Like, if I tell you there can be a feed without having the algorithm, does it feel impossible to you? Because, to be honest, when I first, like... When I first heard that, I was like, wait, that's impossible. And then I fucking thought a little bit, and I was like, oh, wait. YouTube before... YouTube before used to have a page. I only remember in French. I guess I'll translate. A trending. Nope. Okay, you don't know. That's all good. So before, like, when you were younger, Sam, I'm sure you remember, you had a trending thing on YouTube, right? Where it was like the cool thing, you were the hottest shit if you managed to get there, right? And it was only videos with like 15 million views. So, like, we need to go back to that. Plus, you have only your subscriptions and, like, maybe random shit that has more than 3 views. Like, sparkled there. Like, that needs to be what we have. Same thing with Twitter, same thing with it needs to be this. We cannot have these fucking, like, perfectly targeted, violently raping your mind with conservative, anti-vax, AIDS-carrying bullshit. My parents used to be evangelical Christian, very progressive now, so I never got to watch YouTube. Okay, so yes, before we had a trending header to YouTube, and the only reason why you were there is if you had millions of views, like you did very fucking good. And if you wanted your videos to be like good videos, you needed people to physically share the video. So you needed people to literally take the link, send it by email, Skype, or whatever the fuck they used. And then you had like more shit. The crab discover page was better than nothing. Well, it would at least take care of the conservative problem, right? So instead of having the echo chambers, we would have, like, you could have one thing that was conservative and you could have another thing that was another thing, but most likely politics was fairly dark back then, right? Right now, everything is political, but back then, politics was a little bit on the back burner, and it's probably because these echo chambers didn't exist. Like right now, if you're not political, you're the weak retard. But before, like, why would we talk about politics? Why would we talk about trans people for the 1500th time? I can have like cat videos there, right? So anyway. Yes, I wanted to address, when you say I send so many messages, I'm talking specifically on the Discord. Just want to be clearer. Maybe I feel like I misread what you wrote the first time. And I don't know, maybe it tainted how I reread this like a couple of times. You're never going to upset me because of... You're never going to upset me because of your views. And often when we disagree, it's not really that we disagree, but it's more that I see a problem A and a problem B. And when someone talks about problem B, I'm like, I understand what you're saying, but I cannot even entertain problem B because problem A exists. And that's often the issue we have. And I can dive into that a little bit. I'll click your link. YouTube Trends Canada. Yes! Like having... Can we have that? Oh. That would be cool. Can we just have that? Fucking hell. 3 algorithm feed, latest in the area of your choosing. Trending by country. And the search is latest random popularity. Yeah, so like this world would be much better than the algorithm world that we have today. So yeah, I'm in. Alright, the reason why I'm talking about this is because let's just address the 3 things that you that you address. Next project, yeah. The problem is it needs to be a law, right? For algorithms, because algorithms are meant. There's a reason why they work. The reason why they work is because they violate your mind, they violate your dopamine, and they are really good at essentially making you feel good about what you watch. So without a law banning them, we're fucked. We don't have to wait until B, as it is as big as A to address it. Yes, I was just doing I was just addressing like the structure of our disagreement. I'm not debating this. But I'll get into detail. Yes, we need law, but until then we can use the link website. yeah. I think we should, like, if we could make a community out of this, that would be, like, useful, but I don't know. I don't know. There's probably, like, we should probably, like, think about this for real if we want to do something about that, but hey, fuck this. I just want to address. Okay, first thing, we talked about France and about people that are not okay people getting away with stuff because the judicial process isn't good. I'm going to say that I mostly agree. And let me yap. Why did I say, because I did say it, I'm not saying that you're lying. Why did I say, if you don't have a conviction, I don't give a shit? That's probably word for word what I said. Or, if you don't have a conviction, it did not happen. The reason why is because the conviction, this problem, okay, this problem, let's remove France out of it. Let's just think about the judicial process being shit, is a problem that is fairly small within Western countries. By that I mean that if you are in Gabon, your judicial system is shit. So you know what? I ain't believing it. You have a conviction in Gabon? It would not even be worth, like, me giving a shit, because your judicial system is not worth. It's nothing. You have a conviction in Canada? You did it. You did it, okay? I'm not going to pretend that there can be another, like, maybe, like, there's a fucking atom that struck, like, a magical mirror and you didn't do it, but I'm going to believe that you did it if you have a conviction. So, we need to acknowledge these two things, and I do acknowledge these two things. So, when we talk about corrupt politicians, corrupt judiciary in other countries, I think that we are getting in a place where we are talking about things that are irrelevant, because at that point, we both agree their system is fucked, so it doesn't, like, that conviction thing doesn't matter. Yes, conviction equals it happen. That doesn't mean that no conviction equals not happen. Okay. Yes, also, here I was just outlining that my rule, conviction it happened, like no conviction it didn't happen, that rule is flexible in my mind, right? So, if you're in Gabon, I don't trust that system, so it has no, like, whatever the judiciary says, it has little to no binding into what I'm going to think, where in Canada, it is going to have a lot more weight onto what I'm going to think. Now, here's the kicker for you, MB. Here's the kicker. I do believe that I can probably make a better, like, if given enough time, given enough reading, I can probably, given the data, do a better job at knowing if someone did it or if someone didn't do it than the Canadian judicial system. Let's take the Canadian one because it's the one I prefer. So the yay or nay on that, I can probably do a better choice here. And I understand that sometime the Canadian system will prevent you from putting someone in jail that should be in jail. I understand that as well. My issue, here is where maybe we lost each other. People seem to think that this is happening at places where it is so improbable and, like, it feels like there's a level of not understanding how things work to believe that this can happen at that level. Let me be precise. Like, when we're talking about a lot of money things, okay? When we're talking about corruption cases, maybe that's not the right way. Let's say that the accusation, we're going full political, okay? Let's say that we say that Trudeau took money from someone and that was like a bribe. I'm sorry, but if you cannot convict on that, I better have the strongest fucking evidence in order to say that he did it. And the problem that I have is that a lot of people will just state that with no evidence, like zero. They have nothing, right? And that's my issue. That issue of destroying somebody's image and essentially, like, their proof for bribe is nothing. It's literally zero. It's conjecture and retardation, or maybe even worse, what you should do, but they just don't know how the system works. This happens all the time. That's my issue. Because if we go back to A and B, like here, I made it this size. It's not true. A is destroying people's like image by lying about them. And B is like not being able to get a politician on a crime or someone on a crime. Like, we're talking about problems that are orders of magnitude not the same in Canada. Let me be clear, in Canada. And whenever we talked about this, I feel like it is hard for you to acknowledge that this is a fact. I really, like, let's not talk about France, let's talk about Canada. I have a hard time to see, do you agree with me here? Do you agree that it's a different kind of problem at the source? Oh, fuck my ass. Shemini Gate, 1990. Okay. Okay. If I can debunk all of this through reading it, are we killing ourselves here? Anyway. In 1998, prior to becoming Prime Minister, Chrétien and two business partners had purchased the $600,000 Grand-Mère Golf Course Auberge Grand-Mère Hotel. In 1993, 6 months before he became Prime Minister, Chrétien and his partner agreed to sell the hotel to E132, a personal friend of Chrétien. A month after becoming Prime Minister, he agreed to sell his personal share of the golf course to Toronto tycoon Jonas Prince. However, by January 1996, Chrétien was still the formal owner of the golf course, since Prince had never paid for the share. He reported this, in fact, to the federal ethics counselor, Howard Wilson. Meanwhile, new hotel owner Yvon Duhem applied for the Business Development Bank of Canada for a $2 million loan to expand the hotel. Chrétien took personal interest in the transaction and both phoned and met with the bank's director, but to no avail. Duhem's application was denied. In early 1997, Chrétien began asking the bank if it would be possible to extend a smaller loan to expand the hotel. The bank agreed to loan Duhem this number to the Federal Human Resource Department, awarded an additional grant. That's probably that's a fully federal system. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? In September 2003, the former president of the bank had initially declined the loan. One is wrongful dismissal claim that he was fired because he had suggested that it was to collect on the... Okay. Look, that's not good. But what are we talking about here? Oh, sorry, I hit it. That was not my goal. So what are we talking about here, right? Like, to me, it's not obviously legal. Okay, I'll read it again. The former president of the bank had initially declined the loan, one wrongful dismissal claim. Okay, so that part is bad, but do we know that the link is there? Is the, like... Showing bank exit with the missile salute. Okay. And who did that dismissal? He was the victim of political attack and had been forced to resign. Okay. We need a timeline here. It's a little bit retarded. But when it's approved, extended the loan when less than 2 years later, the auberge real missing payment and asked for money from the bank. Re-signed 5 months later. I don't know, excuse me. I fucking hate the fact. I just want to read whatever the fuck the court said. And my brain has a hard time reading this. Like, that's the thing, right? I feel like what we're seeing here... Okay, maybe I'm retarded, but... Like, after reading that, what I'm... No, but not that often. Let it go, not important. It was mostly an example. Okay, but let's just talk about it for 5 seconds. Let's just talk about it. Okay. Yes, we need a bot. Okay, I don't want to... Okay, yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. Read that. Okay. Okay, good. I just want to put the base. Here, I don't believe that it's Chrétien trying to put money in his pocket. That's definitely not it, because he has no share in that. I don't believe that it's supposed to be putting money in its friend pocket, because I don't even, like, from what I've read, it seems like the friend that he had sold it to somebody else, which then was the person, like, managing this. So, like, I don't think that was why. Like, to me, reading through all of this, it seems like a very retarded, I'm not saying that it's good what he did, he really shouldn't have done it, but a really dumb way to, and by done it, I mean lobbying on the behalf of something. Like, the communication between the BDC and Chrétien should not exist, right? It should not exist at that level. What I think it is just him trying to get Shawinigan, the bright new things. And that's retarded. Don't do that, right? Don't go in a fucking thing that is supposed to be somewhat sovereign. It's a crown corp, right? And try to, like, ask for things. Like, just my biggest issue here, Like, I'm sorry, the dismissal and all that, I would need to have the timeline for this, right? Because he could have been dismissed later on by people that have other reason. He could have been pressured by other people. Like, there's... Like, to me, it doesn't weigh on anything. But the idea that Chrétien called the BDC, that's obviously horrible. That's very fucking bad. If Mark Carney were to do something like that, like, call up the big guy and be like, hey, you gotta approve that loan for this. I would be like, like, I would need some insane, like, insane direction for this. He got some kind of money since the delay in paying the loan kept the hotel alive, allowing it to be sold at a better price, so more money. Well, no, he had no... It wasn't his. At that point, it was sold. Sold to E132. And then they were talking about... Oh, okay. Maybe it's his friend. Okay, so technically it's in the pocket of his friend. Well, wait, what? That makes no sense. It's written here in 1993, 6 months before he became prime minister. He agreed to sell the hotel. The delay was in the golf course, no? A month before, agreed to sell it in the golf course. However, by 1996, still the former owner of the golf course. Two different things. Right? So he didn't sell the golf course. Well, or at least if he did, we don't have the fucking timeline here. And in 1996 he had that. But here we're talking about two things. Hotel and golf course. Hotel, sold. Golf course, we don't fucking know. Chrétien lobbied for his friend. That's retarded. Like, that's... That... And that grant... Who boy? Who boy that... Like, that grant... That's where I would... Whoo, I would need to see, okay? Because that could... I'm telling you, it could be hot fucking... hot fucking corruption. I'ma head out and watch vids on Canadian history. If you want more Canadian history, we can go ahead with that another day. I'll be more than happy for that. So if you want to make like an argument that there was some corruption for his friend, like to send money to his friend, that's your best bet, the grant. And look, it looks very bad, but also, like, let's just read this, because I don't know how an ethics commissioner could say all clear and not look at that. Anyway, ethics commissioner Wilson ruled that Chrétien had not violated any ethical boundaries when the hotel was awarded federal grant money, although he later admitted that he was unaware Chrétien has taken such personal meeting with the bank's president in the first... Yes, but there are two different things. That's like a retarded thing to say. So, okay, what was the ethics commissioner supposed to do? Was he supposed to be there for the grant? Or was he supposed to be there for the loan? Fucking hell. Okay. Ethics. I'm too retarded to copy-paste things correctly. Okay, yeah, but that's like... Don't talk about it. Anyway. Okay. Okay, anyway, that's not the important to the AB issue at large. The Wikipedia archive isn't complete, all linked. Isn't completely all linked. The goal and hotel are linked together. Golf, yes. But I sell... We're making some leaps here. And I don't like that. Look, let's be... Okay. What do you think happened? Do you think that Chrétien gambled his whole fucking thing on this? Or do you think that he was like... You know what? I'm going to call that BDC guy. And I'll try to get my friend alone. Like, my daughter is coughing in a weird way. I hope that she's not throwing up. But I think that she would be crying if it was the case. Anyway. Yeah, okay. Here's, like, where my thinking goes. My thinking goes, there was an ethics commissioner there for the grant. That person is gambling their entire fucking reputation on getting the outcome right. Because if they fuck up, the next time that a conservative will come in, they're going to lay into that shit. So here, they need to search everything from top to bottom, and what they saw for the grant, at least, is that there was nothing. If there was something, we would know about it. Now, for the BDC, it looks really fucking bad. It sounds incredibly retarded. And I would have liked to, like, maybe have a little bit more of an idea. I guess if we read the transcript. No, no. No. The commissioner didn't get it wrong. The commissioner is there for the grant. That's not the same thing. You're talking about two, like, I don't know why. He's doing an investigation here, and you're talking about the, like, he didn't know about this. This is not the same thing as this. We know that, right? The grant doesn't come from the same department. It's not managed by the same people. The money doesn't come from the same from the same place. It's not based on a loan. It is a separate thing. So the commissioner didn't get anything wrong. What it feels to me is that here we just had the classic conservative tactic. I say conservative, but it's essentially any opposition to... Essentially, you have a big, complex structure called government, and we are going to make it as if those two things are the same, when in reality, they're not. Look, I can be wrong, okay? I don't know anything. Right? I'm just a retard that read the Wikipedia. But the big thing is that we're talking about a thing. Like let's just lay it out very simply. One, the ethics commissioner is playing their life. So we need to assume that they're, like, searching correctly, or else the conservative that would come the next time, they would go search in the file and they would fuck them up. Two, how retarded is it from Chrétien? And how retarded do we think Chrétien is? Like, there's a point where you have this whole ass career, this insane level achievement, and you want to be a fraud for 160,000? Or like, even let's say that we assume that the money from the loan was stolen, which we don't know. Like, we assume that the guy for less than $1 million would go ahead and gamble everything. Come on. I wouldn't even say that of a conservative. So, like, if you would tell me, like, Poiliev did a corruption thing, and it's for under $1 million? Brother, that sounds like the weakest shit ever. Please, still more. The ethics guys are acting in good faith. We assume that, and we kind of need to, right? Because at this point, if we don't assume that the ethics guy, like, maybe there's some arguments that could be made for, like, an ethics guy that wouldn't be a good guy, right? That could be made, but we would need to see it, and we would know about it. It would be on the wiki. It would be important. But, like, if we don't trust the ethics guy, at that point, we shouldn't even trust the judiciary, and the whole fucking system falls. So there's kind of a backdrop, right? And we agree on that. I cannot tell you anything. Memory overflow and CPU panic in progress. It's okay. It's okay. Right? I'm just trying to lay out my view of things and why I oppose trying to mark politicians I'm CPU panicking too, okay? I'm trying. Why I oppose marking politician with a brush, right? Because I read your message and I agree with a lot, right? In the Middle East, in Asia, in Africa, goddamn. Rules are not the same, right? But I think that when we talk about Canada and US, we could say pre-Trump, broadly, I would just be on the side of if I don't want to dig, because right now we took like 5 minutes to dig and we saw these things, right? Maybe if we dig more, we find other things, but the chances that you find things that are going to be against the people in power, against the politician, by digging, are very low, because all the bad stuff, or all the stuff that can look bad, is already out there, because the opposition will do that job. But all the good stuff, most of the time, it cannot even be said, right? Most of the time, they cannot say, like, who the fuck is going to come out and say, it would be retarded for the ethics commissioner to lie? Nobody's going to say that. Like, that's just retarded to say in the first place. And same thing, like, how dumb would it be if a liberal came out and was like, how dumb do you think Chrétien is to steal for only a mere $100,000? Like, nobody would came out and say that. So, yeah. Like, I feel like digging is important. And that we need to always be extremely skeptical of these big claims. Because if they were made about us, we would like them to be skeptical. They would not be. Okay, nobody would be. But if somebody would blame me of stealing money, holy fuck, I would want to have a defender. And I'm that defender. Anyway, that was a fun little dig. But again, who the fuck knows? Maybe I'm a retard. And look, if he won his wrongful dismissal, that's because there was a problem there. But here, what I'm saying is, like, we need to know the time frame in order to know if it's bad. Because there was something bad, or else he wouldn't have won his dismissal. But it may just be that, like, when was... Fuck, who's Joe Clark? When? Wrong one. fuck? Can we just succeed? No, Prime Minister. Can we have the Prime fucking Minister? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How long did you fucking last? Okay. Whew. That looks bad. Like, that could look... Like, I would have to know how... That looks bad. Just to be clear, what I'm saying is, the idea that it could have been fired because of political pressure, that would have been bad. But we need to know, like, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about just him being pushed out from an organization because he was essentially not a fit? And him lashing out because he had a way to lash out? Right? Because if you're in this position of getting fired and you think you're doing a good job, but like the rest of the system is like, bro, you're shit and we don't want you. So we're just going to apply like pressure in a retarded way. Well, anyway. Like there's ways where I could see this be very bad, and there's ways where I could see like, okay, Chrétien has nothing to do with this. Well, this part of things. Anyway. Was fun. I really need to go now. But was very fun to dig into things. And like I'm not... I don't want to bypass the other subjects that you had. Like I agree with you. That when we talk about redistribution of wealth. Getting more shit out of the ground. So like... extraction company getting more shit out of the ground doesn't necessarily mean that we, the people, make more money. But, like, that's a thing that we are going to agree on. Now, how do we make sure that we get more out of it? That's a more complex one. Because here, the big issue is that you run up to the provincial boundaries. So, in Canada... I'm doing a TLDR here. In Canada, extraction, resource extraction is provincial. Sounds insane. It is. Nationalization. You know what? Trudeau was right for one thing. We should have fucking kept the oil. Okay, Haha, that would have been based. You know what? Fuck the prairies. They can rage all they want. We should have kept the oil. Anyway. Like, resource extraction is provincial. And what I mean by that is that all the laws that go about taxing resource extraction are on the provincial side. I don't remember. I researched that, like, not long ago. We did a part on stream. Like, when I was looking at fucking maps. Petro-Canada was great. And Hydro-Québec is... yeah, both. Petro-Canada was great. And Hydro-Québec is great. But like here, we just have a structural issue, right? Because we see ourselves as separate provinces that have like separate rights. Because resource extraction, the taxation of those is provincial. It means that from the federal point of view, you have only two tools. One is pollution prevention, which is carbon tax pretty much. So pollution. And two, you have the overall tax system of you make more profit, thus I make more money. So we could say like business tax or income tax. And if there's the Air Canada, well, nationalizing, I don't know anything about Air Canada, but nationalizing an airplane company, well, not an airplane, but a company that flies in, flies out people, that's retarded because it's the least stable business ever. The only way that you can make it work is in the Dubai sense, where you become a hub for everybody to go somewhere. But we're at the worst location ever for this. So there's literally no reason for a national Canadian airline. It's like easy way to lose money ever. But yeah. Yes, the only place where I disagree with what you wrote about like companies is the idea that if they make more profit, you didn't write it like that. You say they make more revenue but not profit. I think that we're skipping lines there, right? You cannot have, like, for the example, when oil price goes up, there's a reason why the federal government makes more money, right? It's because the underlying petrol industry, oil industry, makes more money. Thus, there's more tax on the business. Like, the rate doesn't come up, but because it's a flat rate and they make more money, well, the tax also, like, we make more money in tax. Like, we may say that it's unfair. That's an argument. That's where I talk about, oh fuck, we need like some new tools to address this. And I would completely be in like a bunch of things that people find draconian. I would be in. I think that this system where the province has power is retarded. The company got more revenue, gave it all, and other benefits, and but that's like not how it works, right? I don't look. People say that. I don't think that's true. Like, will the bonus come up? Yes, but the bonus we're talking about, like giving $100 million more on a 50 billion company. And the gain that we're talking about is like $10 billion of better output. And like when you, I'm sorry, unless I'm crazy, let me be precise here. Unless I'm crazy, dividend is taxed. So the, like maybe I'm wrong about how the tax system works, but my understanding was that whenever you pay out a dividend as a business, you pay some tax over there. I may be wrong about this. But another thing, just before we both go, because I need to go too. From a business point of view, like me investing in Cenovus, I want people that do a good job to be paid more. Yes, people that get the dividend are taxed, but I think that they're, the other way around is still true. But like the business giving out the dividend, this is a plus on their balance sheet. This is profit. But anyway, another thing, because I feel they did nothing. They just watch. Yes, that's where we go into the tools, right? I agree with you that we should make money on that. And the problem here is not the business. It's not the fact that we have a taxation system. The problem is the provincial. That's the issue. But here, just one thing, okay? One thing that I want to put in your mind, because I think you may think this, and I want to remove it, or at least create doubt. When I invest into Cenovus, okay, I want the, let's use TD. I prefer that. Okay, when I invest into TD, I want the leaders that are competent to stay there. So of course, I want that if we make more money, I want the people there to have a raise, right? So it's normal to have some sub-percentage of the gain be distributed to the people that are there. But let's be realistic. If I'm an owner of TD, 99.999, maybe not 999, but 99.9% of the gain needs to come to me. There's no world where I would agree with TD. Like, let's say that we're talking to percentage, okay? We've got 100% gain this year. How do we split the 100% gain? For the managers, we give 1%. For the rest of the owners of TD, the stock owner, we give 99. That's a normal split. There's no world where this is inverted. And unless I'm wrong about dividend, this is what would need to happen for TD to not get like money. Or you can maybe complain about the fact that they reinvest, but then I would tell you they need to reinvest in order to grow, and that's a good thing that they reinvest anyway. But I am with you that competent people need to be paid. Yeah, I think we agree with that. I didn't doubt that you thought that, but I was just trying to set this up. I just commented that I also want that. Okay. Okay. I'll never be against reinvesting. Yes. So then, like, we should agree that it's just that I hear too often people say, like, they make a lot of money and they're just not going to make profit. And I'm like, how? Like, did they reinvest? Then we don't want to cut that off. Did they... Like, or else how? Anyway, my daughter is starting to cry. I need to get the fuck out. TD is base indeed. I love you. We'll see each other probably tomorrow if you're there. Okay, bye-bye. TD is based. Okay, I need to go. Bye. I need to find the window.